Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So with that said, this week, so you've had a jumping card, which is the Six of Wands. Great card, right? So interestingly enough, your key to the week is the Hierophant card. Where is it that you are either thinking about aligning yourself with a governing body, taking something more official, or moving something in line with things being more official? So when we talk about the Hierophant card, we're talking about the bigger structures that make up the wider world. We're talking about governments, we're talking about wherever you find red tape, bureaucracy, all of that sort of stuff. This is where you find that kind of energy. Now with the Hierophant card as well, the other thing is this represents the traditional outlooks or even the traditional values. So this week it's like whatever you're doing it by the book, you're doing it properly. And it kind of feels to me as well, Six of Wands, this is about building some sort of structure on a day-to-day level. So this could be you looking at your own routines. It could be you really looking at how you're going to sell yourself, how you're going to establish yourself in some way, shape or form. How is it that you're going to put yourself out there into the world? And ultimately, how is it that you're going to create what feels like, how are you going to create that persona of being an expert? And that's what it feels like you're doing here. And it's kind of like you're adjusting whatever you need to on a day-to-day basis in order to make that happen. Now your Six of Wands as your actions and options card, because it was the first one to jump out, it basically talks about your day-to-day routines, but it's also victory, it's also success, right? This is where something good happens for you, but because it's your actions and options, this is about what you're doing. It's about what you choose to consciously put your energy into. So this is about you choosing to change your daily habits. It's about you choosing to, to move forward in a new way, in an exciting way, which is fantastic. For your communications and conversations, you have the Seven of Pentacles. I love this card in this deck because if you look at it, you see how the Seven Pentacles go over the seven chakras. And that for me really talks about finding a balance. It talks about finding an equilibrium. And because it is the Seven of Pentacles, this is about you doing things in a very practical way, right? This is about you taking the time to invest in yourself. It's about you taking the time to look at your daily habits, your daily routines, your daily practices, and really start to establish, Hierophant card, some kind of energy where you are building something. Now, because this is in your communications and conversations, this is about you taking your time. Aries tends to be quite a go-getting energy, right? You guys like everything sort of fast and furious, whereas this week it feels like you're really taking your time. It feels like you're delving into what it is that you need. It's about you paying attention to things. So when you are having communications with people this week, you're going through everything slowly and methodically. And maybe, just maybe, that Mercury retrograde has done that for you, right? Because the Mercury retrograde is taking place for you in, in the sign of Cancer. So this would be in your fourth house. So this could be about home repairs. It could be about you looking at sourcing materials. It could also see you delving into the past and your own communications in some way, shape or form when it comes to your family heritage. Now, your Seven of Pentacles, it basically puts you in a space of really trying to understand where it is that you're not only where it is that you're coming from, but to establish yourself in your lines of communication in a way that is slow, steady and methodical. This is about you gathering and gaining all the knowledge and information that you need and moving ahead with it, but in a very sort of controlled kind of way. This is about you kind of saying, you know what, I know this is going to take time. I know it's going to take effort. And you know what, I'm ready, willing and able to put that in there, which is great. Then you have, and interestingly enough as well, this is interesting because we've got Mars currently in Aries. Is going to be there for ages, right? Because we've got that Mars retrograde coming at the end of the year. what I find interesting about this is it looks like you've already adapted, right? Just in true Aries fashion, you've already adapted to that energy, and you're now already starting to focus and channel that energy, which is great. For your money and materials, you have the High Priestess. For me, whenever the High Priestess comes up with when in like a money reading or in a money position or in a money, you know, the money part of a spread, it always tells me that there's some sort of money, funding or finance that you are not aware that you are entitled to. And because it comes here off the back of the Seven of Pentacles, this could be money that you are not aware that you're owed. It could be somebody gearing up to give you some sort of assistance in the background. Remember, your High Priestess is hidden things revealed, right? She's also your own intuition. And this falls underneath the Six of Wands. This tells me that there is some sort of windfall. Maybe it might be only small, right? Because there's nothing here that suggests massive, right? But there might be some sort of windfall, some sort of success, some sort of, you know, little boost to the finances that shows up for you this week that you weren't expecting. When it comes to the materials, this is talking very much about your home. Interestingly enough, the High Priestess is one of the representative cards of the sign of Cancer, right? Has strong links to Cancerian energy. And it's a very nurturing and nourishing card. So this could be you looking at your home. You know, we talked about this earlier. You could be deciding that there's something that you want to do to the home, or maybe you're even, for select few of you, deciding that you want to move or you're ready to go somewhere else. Now, on the health level, this talks about you really starting to look at what your daily habits and practices are, right? So this is about you paying attention to, you know, or bringing into the light, so to speak. And then you've got the Six of Wands there. So what your daily habits are and how they're impacting your health or your personal outlook. For your love and relations, you have the Two of Swords. So the first thing that I want to say to you before I even go into love and relations, this week, Aries, pay attention to your dreams, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is going to be very powerful this week. Now, if this isn't you literally interacting with a psychic, it means that some sort of psychic awareness or ability is going to flourish within you. Why do I say that? You've got the High Priestess and you've got the Two of Swords. Both of these cards are very intuitive cards, and whenever you see these two come out in a reading, no matter what their positions are or anything like that, that is either very psychic people or a very psychic situation. And this is why I say to you, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your gut, to your hunches this week. All of those things are going to be on high power. They're going to be cranked up to 11. Because this card itself can represent psychic ability, psychic awareness, and this is a double up. So this is either you connecting with or talking to a psychic, or maybe some sort of psychic phenomena, i.e. dreams, etc., is going to be taking place for you. So pay attention this week. It's really important. For your love and relations, for those of you that are single, it does look like maybe a secret admirer is coming out of the blue. For those of you that are partnered, this is about your partner your partner is about to divulge something to you that you are about to become aware of, or that you need to know. Now, I don't necessarily think this is bad. It might be that they've been saving to take you away on a holiday, but they never told you that they were stashing a secret pot of money away. It could be something just like that, but it is something that your partner is going to be sharing with you that you will be aware of as of this week. So interesting, especially because they're all under the guise of the Hierophant, right? And your Hierophant card is basically saying, let's make this concrete. Whatever it is that we're looking at, we're talking about, let's make it concrete. Let's make it more established. On another note as well, on the wider world stage, I think we could be seeing something take place there as well. Certainly with governments and maybe even with hidden things to be revealed. So this is going to be an interesting week for sure. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.